All right.
Hey,
It
Mac,
looks like
you're
we're
back.
actually live this time. Thank
All
the
right,
Lord.
let's get a new link going here.
Aye.
We live again. So, Mac, I'm not sure how many active inactives you got from me.
I didn't get much. My computer completely froze, and I could hear you sounded like a robot on my end. Really weird, man. I don't know what's been going on, but
Hey, man, it's all good. Hopefully, everyone is having a good Sunday morning watching the Houston-Jacksonville game live in London. DeAndre Hopkins just scored, so that's
couldn't have been another
hopefully
touchdown
you're
to my
not
man
playing.
Darren Fells.
No more touchdowns for Fells. He's been dropping the ball today. Okay, so Chris Herndon is active. We have Devontae Adams, who should be active.
So Chris Herndon is active, but is he actually going to play? Did he pass the Adam Gase combine test?
So I won't start Chris Herndon anywhere I have him. I'm going to recommend everyone. He's not even in our rankings this week. Even though he's active, it could be a trap. Even if you're super tough and tight at tight end, I would go elsewhere. I had a question earlier about Greg Olsen. I would start Greg Olsen. We know how those tight ends are going to be involved. Right. We don't know how many snaps Herndon's even going to play. He might only play a handful of snaps. I know if you've been stashing him, you've been hoping for him, but until now, he was trending to be out. Right. So I don't feel comfortable starting Herndon. We love the talent and everything, what Herndon is and what he did last year with his limited snaps. But even against Miami, I ain't about that. So we have Patrick Mahomes is not playing today, which is
sadly no.
Matt Moore should still be good.
He was fine last week, very serviceable.
Yeah. Tyreek Hill is a great play. LaShawn McCoy is a great play. Travis Kelce is a great play. Keep going, even against
the thing that we saw last week with
Beanie Football, appreciate you.
The thing that we saw last week with Matt Moore is he is quite good to manage the game. 267 and 2, looked quite solid. Average depth of target was probably only like 5 or 6 yards. Wasn't really airing it out downfield. But when you have guys like Mecole Hardman and Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, possession guys that can break off a play, tough to tackle, either with speed or physicality, those weapons are still going to be fine. So if Matt Moore can just facilitate the ball, Chiefs will be productive.
Yeah, exactly. James White is active. He does still present a safe floor. It should be fine. I'm not too concerned about James White. We know he's kind of Tom Brady's safety blanket there. James Conner is ruled out, and Samuels should be a absolute chalk play at the running back position. If you have him, you should start him. He's by himself in that backfield. Even in a bad game script, he should be fine.
So I've had a lot of questions already today about Jalen Samuels. And while, yes, the opportunity for him is high because no Benny Snell, no James Conner, like you said, I don't know how much I love him in this matchup. I'm not sure how much I like a lot of Steelers options today against a pretty stout Colts defense. I feel like Jalen Samuels will struggle.
But it's a tough week, and I think he's going to get the volume.
Okay.
Even if he falls, I see him falling into the end zone, no problem. Like, would you start him over like Ty Johnson and Singletary?
Yes, I would. Okay, yeah. So I would start him over Ty Johnson, not Singletary though. I'm starting Singletary ahead.
So yeah, I would start just because Gore will still be involved with Singletary, and we know Jalen Samuels will get all the work.
Okay, what about Jalen Samuels or Austin Eckler? Because this is a question I've had.
Austin Eckler. See,
I said Eckler.
I would start Samuels. I'm that high on him this week.
Okay. So what's the line then? Let's make a little water bet right here, right now. What's the line for Samuels?
I think he'll go like 86-1.
Okay, so you're taking over 85.5 yards? Rushing, not total.
Total.
No.
I'm going total. That he's the only one there. So he's going to get both work, passing, and rushing. It's fantasy points.
I'll take it. That's fine.
There we go. Let's go.
I am not high on Jalen Samuels at all. I would take Austin Eckler. Green Bay, they've been tough to pass on, but they can definitely be ran on. So I think Austin Eckler will be, big piece. Hopefully the Chargers are down and Eckler needs to be involved in the passing game. Change of pace back for Melvin. That's probably where I'm at on that.
So Alt Will in our sleeper chat has a question. Mark Walton, I assume, in the possible rain, or Ty Johnson?
I don't like either option, but I think I would go Ty Johnson.
Yeah.
I actually have one in off Instagram here from our latest post. It's from Ernest Pepper. Who do I start, Cameron Brate or Sammy Watkins? Flex question.
Oh, I would go Sammy, I think, just for the upside.
So would I.
Tight end's such a poor, tough position. Cameron Brate, we like him with O.J. Howard sitting, but it's not great.
Agreed.
He might never be involved. Like it could be the Chris Godwin and Mike Evans show.
So we saw a guy come on a surprise addition to the IR that was not IR, inactive list. T.Y. Hilton, a guy that we were quite high on, really wanted to put into our episode 77 playoff primer. T.Y. was a big consideration for me, and then just very late in the week pops up, hey, he's got a leg injury, looks to be out 3+ weeks. Yee.
So
who's stepping up there?
He might still be good for the playoffs.
Agreed.
But this is not the time to trade for him.
No.
He's gonna hurt your team for the next 3 to 4 weeks.
So here's the thing,
or longer.
Is if you wanted T.Y. Hilton for potential really good playoff schedule down the stretch, can you really make a play for him in week 10 via trade? Because the only other way you could get him is if he was dropped after this next week.
I mean, it's possible. It's possible to try to go for him then, but because I'm expecting the Colts to be good and to be in that playoff
Agreed.
hunt, and they're going to need a guy like T.Y. Hilton. So if he's on IR, he's out for 6 weeks for sure.
He's not on IR.
Okay, so
that was
a
a slip by me. He's not on IR, but he is on the injury report as 3 weeks.
Right.
So.
Right. So yeah, I would week 10 you're looking at good to acquire T.Y. if a guy had him. So for all the teams that have T.Y. Hilton, they're probably losing. That's the thing. They're probably going to be willing to sell. So at the trade deadline, Easy's in the comments here. What up, Easy? He's the guy that you could probably buy for cheap because he hasn't produced in several weeks.
I hope that this little firework explosion is what your fantasy teams look like today as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bang, bang, bang.
I like it. All right, Mac.
So real quick, can you replace anybody for T.Y. Hilton? Like, can you go out and get Zach Pascal and hope that he produces like T.Y. or is targeted like T.Y.? Is that something that is possible, or do you think it's just not going to happen?
I would pick up Pascal.
Would you flex him this week?
He is a flex consideration this week. He's not high up on my rankings, but I understand the upside.
Okay.
A lot of these start-sit questions we're going to see today, a lot of them are based on floor and upside. A lot of running backs, as a general rule, present a safe floor, like Frank Gore and Adrian Peterson. But if you have other guys like Pascal or I had one earlier. What was it? I think it was Beanie Football that had a question.
So
either way,
we've got one.
Doesn't matter.
We've got one off YouTube. It's from TS. He's saying in a PPR league, he needs 2 positional helps. We've got Adam Thielen or Tyrell Williams as his wide receiver 2. And then we've got Austin Eckler or Jalen Samuels in his flex. So TS, if you weren't here with us when we just talked about the Samuels Eckler, you could potentially scroll back. I'm on the Eckler side. I think the game script is really good for the Chargers, and their run game against Green Bay, that's where Green Bay's been beaten. And Landon has been on the Jalen Samuels train this week just because of opportunity and volume potential alone. So depending on where you want to go, you're going to have to follow your gut on that one. Let's talk real quick, Adam Thielen or Tyrell Williams. Who you like there, Lando?
That's a tough one. I'm still a believer in Adam Thielen. I think he gets a ton of work, but that Oakland game is juicy. It's really nice. Tyrell last week disappeared for a half, and then had a huge second half. Won people weeks when we thought he was gonna put up a donut. He's gonna get still involved.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's the Chiefs' defense. I like Thielen with the game script. I guess hopefully being a shootout in Kansas City.
We're gonna split on this again.
Yeah, you like Tyrell.
So the Vikings have a great matchup. It should be a high-scoring game. Over-under's only 46.5, though. But the implied team total for the Chiefs is just under 20 points. So I'm thinking that if the Vikings can establish a lead early, they're going to continue to run the ball with Madison and Cook. Thielen and Diggs both should still be productive, but I think, again, their focus will be on the ground. There is more competition for Thielen with his receiving core, as opposed to Tyrell Williams is the lone dog. Derek Carr is one of the biggest streamers of the week for me. I've been advocating on his behalf the whole week. So this one has an over-under of 51. So I'm going to take the game with the potentially higher score and the guy that's going to get the more targets. That's what I'm going with.
Maybe I'm a pessimistic Vikings fan. I don't think their defense. I think their defense is overrated. Xavier Rhodes and all these guys, the Vikings. I think they can be beat. And I'm hoping Matt Moore. I hope it's a shootout. I mean, I hope the Vikings win, but I hope it's a high scoring game. I would take the over on that line.
So TS, we are of no help to you. I guess follow.
Sorry, bud. We appreciate the question.
Follow me or Landon, whatever you want. I'm gonna go with Eckler and Williams. He's gonna go with Samuels and Thielen.
So, Mack or Ers? Do you like Jamal Williams, Ingram, or Walton for the flex? I'm taking Ingram.
I am gonna agree with you.
Do you agree with me?
With you finally.
There we go.
Well. Yeah.
Let's go.
No, that's a good one. I mean, Jamal Williams should be a good compliment to Aaron Jones again this week. They've been productive as a duo, but Mark Walton is of last consideration for me. And that's where you would say, Landon, opportunity is king, but it's the Dolphins. And whether you have all the work or not, if you have 5 3-and-outs in a 9 or 10 possession game, it's not going to be helpful.
Right. I do like Mark Walton's athleticism. I think he can be explosive. But, I mean, Kalen Ballage could still get, if they do get in the red zone, he could.
I have the Jets in several leagues as a streamable defense. Because their defense is not bad.
Absolutely. And what we saw from Kenyon Drake, he's an athletic running back as well. And he wasn't doing anything in that Dolphins offense, so why should Mark Walton do anything? It's tough. We'll get the work. So, all right, we have another question from TS. Sorry for hopefully we can help you out now. So Josh Jacobs, I still like Josh Jacobs against Indy. I know it's a little bit of a tough matchup, but
he's against Detroit. I don't know what Scott is talking about there.
Right. So
yes, Josh Jacobs.
Yeah. I love Josh Jacobs this week. Love him.
I don't think it exists to the same extent as Dalvin Cook being able to run against KC. It's totally different.
Right. Yep. I'm a huge fan of what Jacobs has shown this year. He can catch the ball. He's a hard runner. Maybe people coming into this year thought Josh Jacobs was only a pass catcher and kind of a gadget player, but he's shown some really good ability to start Josh Jacobs wherever you have him. So appreciate the question, TS. Hopefully you keep on coming every week. We do this every week for an hour, answering every single question. We're not one of those big guys like Mike Mike Wright, who gets inundated with questions. So hopefully we help you out here.
Do you have any? No. Do you have any tough my tongue today.
Start
sits. Do you have any like from a personal level that you are trying to work through right now?
Let me jump on. So,
because my biggest one, I was counting in a couple leagues on D.D. Westbrook to play this morning, and we found out at about 8:00, depending on when your time flipped, if it did. Whether you're in Arizona or not, that's the only real question here. But I was counting on D.D. 8:00, he's out, so I had to go to the waivers, and not an easy position to fill. I did pick up Zach Pascal in a couple places, but that's kind of where I'm at.
In our Gridiron League, I've got a rough team. I've got AJ Brown, Carter Samuel, Sterling Shepard, and Zach Pascal. Mm-hmm. So, would you start AJ Brown or would you start Sterling Shepard? I guess I would lean Shepard, hoping that Shepard is. Is he now out? Do you have an update on Sterling Shepard? Is he playing? Did he pass protocol?
That's what we were waiting for. I haven't seen anything as of yet. Maybe you can vet that really quick. But here's the thing with AJ Brown. I have really, really liked AJ Brown with Ryan Tannehill coming in for the Titans. So Jonnu Smith and AJ Brown are both intriguing options. I think that they'll be more productive than people give them credit for, and they won't be on waiver wires too much longer. So I would comfortably play AJ Green this week.
AJ Brown.
Brown, not AJ Green.
All right. Here we go. We got another question. He's flex Singletary at a windy game against Washington, or now that Shepard is out. So that's the thing. On Yahoo, Shepard is ruled out, but he has cleared protocol. So maybe we've just missed this news on Shepard. There's nothing new. He's just out on. So everyone's gonna sit Sterling Shepard because of that out sign
from Yahoo
right beside his name on Yahoo.
I'm gonna go. I still like Singletary a lot, so I'm gonna take Singletary. In a windy game, doesn't matter. He's a running back. He will run you the ball. Golden Tate is definitely an option that I like, especially a guy that's led the whole league in the last 5 years, yards after catch leader. He can be productive, but I'm going to go with Singletary. He's been very productive on his limited touches, and if that volume goes up, which we did see a switch in the snap counts, Singletary now leading Gore in snap counts. So if that projects to move forward, I'm going to go Singletary.
Yeah, and I said in the comment to the commenter that we're hoping that Singletary's attempts go up.
From Slitzy, flex, full PPR, Hunter Henry or Jamal Williams. That is going to be an easy one for me. Hunter Henry is one of those tight ends, one of those pass catchers that you just plug and play, regardless of the matchup. I know Green Bay has been pretty good against the pass. They have a really weird split on stats against the